What's going on, fam? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you all been well. On today's episode, we're gonna be continuing getting some stuff ready for the official build for this truck. I'll show you guys what it looks like. It came in a box. It's pretty well packaged. I cleaned it up a little bit, but there was a bunch of packing peanuts before. So yeah, let me show you that. All right, so this is what's gonna come with the Shackle flip kit. There's the brackets that are gonna replace the factory leaf spring hangers. They give you all the necessary hardware. You can choose to order it with their shackles that come in factory length and in the 6-inch extended length. Right now, I'm just going to reuse the stock shackle to see what type of height I get from it, and then I'll adjust from there pretty much. You also do get some instructions. And yeah, hopefully this should be a pretty good install. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do, just to kind of expedite the process for everything, I'm gonna clean all of these off with some brake cleaner, get any oils off and dirt and whatnot. And then I'm just gonna spray them now so they can dry while I work on the truck. I'm just gonna be using some Steel-It, and yeah, that's it. All right, so before we get started with the shackle flip and lifting the truck up, I'm actually gonna take some measurements from the ground to the wheel well, just to see if we get any difference in the height with the shackle flip versus stock. All right, so I'm just gonna go from the ground to about just under the flare. That's it. We're at about 40 and 5/8. Yeah. Alright, so now we're under the truck. I got the leaf spring out just to give a little more space because there's some rivets on the old hangers that we need to grind off. And then what I'm going to end up doing is taking a drill bit and drilling it just to kind of soften it up. And then hopefully we'll be able to tap these out with a hammer. But that's what it looks like. There's one here, and then two on the top right here on each side. So once we get those out, we'll clean everything up, and then yeah, we'll go from there.
Yeah.
so we managed to get the stock hanger out. It took a little bit of enticing. Pretty much ground away whatever rivet I could, and then I stuck a pry bar behind and then just started to work it until it kind of loosened itself up. The hard part now is going to be getting these rivets out, so I'm going to try and still drill them to kind of soften them up and see if they'll push out the back. But the rivets are pretty much loose from the frame, so we'll see how this goes. All right, so I managed to get the rivets out. I drilled them out, and then I bored out the holes where the rivets were for the 1/2 inch for the new hardware. So I'll show you what it looks like under there right now. So the 2 top rivets, those weren't too bad to push out. These bottom ones are a little bit harder because the cross member kind of holds them in place. So once I got a pilot hole drilled through it, what I did was just got a 1/2 inch drill bit and just drilled the rivet all the way out until it popped out. It was pretty tedious, so I didn't really record it, and you can kind of see the mess down here. There's shavings everywhere, but we got it out, so I'm gonna clean these up and then get it painted and start setting the new hardware. So I got one side in. You can see it's all bolted up. So there are 3 holes on each mounting point, so it leaves them adjustability if you want to move it forward or backwards a little bit to fit your needs, as well as for the shackle where you mount it. It's going to have 3 different spots to leave some room for adjustment. But I'm going to get the other side bolted up, and then I'm going to start putting the leaf springs back in. So the next thing we're going to do is take this shackle off. We're going to flip it 180 degrees to the opposite way, and then that way it can work with the shackle flip kit. Now that I got everything installed, we just finished torquing down all the bolts and double checked all the hardware and put everything back. I'm gonna get another measurement from the floor to the flare again to see if we have any difference. So last time we measured, we were at 40 5/8. So let me see if there's any difference. Wow, so we're actually at about 42 now. So yeah, we did get some lift from that. The reason I went with this is because if you change out shackles, you can manipulate the ride height or your lift height in the rear. So it's a lot simpler than you know, blocks or leaf packs alone. But that's just the route that I'm taking. But other than that, I'll show you guys what everything looks like now that's on the truck. So just some closing notes with this install. It does take a little bit of time, especially if you're going to be drilling out the rivets. If you have an air hammer, it'll probably make it easier. I didn't have one, so it did take a little longer, but it is possible. So it's not a terrible install. I did it in my garage with jack stands and a jack. So definitely I'd recommend it. I'll keep you guys posted to see how everything rides and feels. So make sure you just keep an eye out for the next episodes to come out. And yeah, this build is going to be getting started soon. So next video I'm planning to do is cutting my fenders. So I'm going to be high clearance cutting all of my fenders, front and rear. I'm going to be taking off the front bumper and putting on the bumper caps in preparation for the high clearance front bumper that's coming in. And next week it's going to be going into the shop to start the official build for this truck. But yeah, if you have any questions, that's going to be it for this video. Leave them down in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, do all the things. Stay tuned for the next one. Shoots.